Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be tackling a few tasks in preparation for cutting off the side skirts of the bus and building the underbay storage. That'll be our first major task. But I want to do a couple little tasks that are nagging at me first before we get started on what I want to do today. So the first task that I want to get accomplished is to take the side mirrors off the bus. There's not a lot of space between the bus and this vehicle hoist that a tall guy like me has to duck around them. So I'm going to take these mirrors off. I might just leave this one for now, but it'll give me a little bit better walking path through. Yesterday, a good friend of mine and I tore off the skid rails on the side of the bus here, and we were trying to figure out how to do it. I want to save the actual rub rails, so we were trying to be delicate with them, but I think the best way is just to grind the rivets off from the front here, pound them out, that way you can get everything free. I have yet to figure out how these lower panels are attached. I think they go up the side of the bus and then wrap over and then are screwed to the top. I'm not exactly sure what the process is that they do when they build these buses, but I might end up having to take a plasma cutter and cut right along here. That way when I slide my new sheet up for this skirt, it'll fit underneath where the rub rail goes. So to do that also I need to take off, I have 3 more of these wheel fender flares that I have to take off so I can get ready to plasma cut. And I need to protect, I think, the fuel tank and just a couple odds and ends before I cut this off, because my intentions are to cut it all along here, and then I'm dropping it down so I have 12 inches of ground clearance, and then I'll frame it in with new metal. This side of the bus will be the utility side, because most of our furnishings upstairs or up in the main cabin of the bus are on the other side, so I'm trying to balance the weight. So it'll be built pretty rigid, and I want to make it so that I can unbolt the floor of the storage bay and take it out if I need to work on something. But there will be access doors all along here on both sides, and the other side will be the underbay storage. So take you inside the bus now, show what I got done yesterday also. So yesterday I was able to get these air conditioners out of here. I have to take these mounting brackets out. They are quite dangerous. These are pretty rigid. I've already hit my head on them once, so I want to get those out of here before cause any more trouble. So that's kind of where we stand on the bus for right now. I'll get the camera set down. We'll get started on some of these projects. So the skirt of this bus, at least mine in particular, is spot welded along the main, this is the floor pan right behind here. So there's no way for me to get that without pulling off this rub rail. Yeah, you couldn't have pried that out. And then what I found behind there though is interesting. I'm not sure if it's just with my bus or could be the case with many of them. So there's a whole bunch of dirt along the floor on the inside of the rub rail. And even though my bus came from a dry climate, it's all wet, so that's the dirt from just a couple, like a foot or so of the floor pan. So that's a spot where you're easily going to see rust starting to spread down onto these skirts if you don't address it. And I haven't pulled out the wall on the inside of the bus yet to see if you could get it from that side, but yeah, you don't want a whole bunch of dirt and stuff behind the walls of your bus like that. So my plan is to cut these spot welds and take the skirts off. Well, this brings us to the end of my first full day of working on the bus. I'll give you a little bit of a walk around and show you what I got done. I can't tell you how much it helps to not have to duck around these mirrors every time you walk around the bus. All those little things make a big difference in the long run. So I have both skirts off, and I have sanded the bottom rail to get all the epoxy and all the other stuff they had on there, all the sealants and all that off. I will have to go through and clean all the dust and dirt out of the bottom of the wall there. I definitely don't want that sitting in there causing future problems. Still have to get rid of all of the air conditioning hoses on this side and get those coiled up. I'm to the point now where I can start to actually put something on the bus instead of tearing everything off. So I'm going to go to the scrap yard probably later this week and check to see what they have. I'm kind of hoping for a C-channel to run along both sides of the bus. Yeah, trying to get a good mounting point for the underbay storage. I'm going to build it pretty strong. I don't mind adding weight to the bottom of the bus like this. It'll aid in the stability once I raise the roof and all that. So yeah, it was a productive day. I still have to clean up the sheet metal, take the supports off the back side, but yeah, long day of grinding out rivets and yeah, definitely ready for a break. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.